All right, well, today we are going to figure out how to paint. Painting is fun. All you need is a canvas, like this one. I've gridded my painting. How about you? You don't have to, but it is quite interesting when you notice that your picture needs to look a certain way. And it also needs to be scaled and fitted in onto the canvas. So if grid marks help you, then you should do it. Otherwise, feel free to take it upon yourself in a wild guesswork, I guess you should say. Like, guess. Or just feel free to be wild and just put paint on the canvas with no feeling of anxiety, It doesn't have to look a certain way. It doesn't have to be scaled down. I just prefer this method. And I also prefer to go wild as well. I actually prefer to go wild. But since this painting needs to show a story that I planned, I will grid it. Some of you should want to paint with paintbrushes. Others like to use your fingers. Some people like to use their footsies, but I prefer paintbrushes. And I have my favorites. And if you ever want to stream live on YouTube, definitely get these Ray-Bans. They're the best. They're meta. Okay. A lot of artists are pretty messy about their art, like me. But I always try to make a safe space so that way I don't feel crazy from all the clutter, because there's nothing worse than disorganization in your messy place. Okay. My dog's scared of me now. Oh well. She left the room. So the real cool part about painting is to get your colors down. I like to find out which brush I want to use. I like this brush a lot. This brush I like to shade with. You can only get it at Michael's. I get a lot of paintbrushes from Michael's because they have the best. And Hobby Lobby is the best for canvases in shot like that. I like this brush so much I bought two. Because you notice, if you paint a lot, you kind of use the bristles until they become a stump. And I've done that before. And it's satisfying, but also very sad. So I like to get all my paintbrushes, and then I like to mix my colors before I start painting. But sometimes, you just gotta wing it. I don't really know the method of my madness when it comes to mixing colors. I just know how to make a color. I guess it's, some people would say subconscious, but others need practice. And you can get these really cool books online on how to mix. There's the Mixing Bible that you can buy, and I think I have it somewhere. But I don't normally use it unless I get unless I'm running out of a certain color and I really need to use the strategies to mix the right color so I don't waste paint and stuff. All right, so I don't like to use wooden pellets, although they are pretty cool because then you can sell them after you're done with them. But I like to use the paper one. I'll show you what that is. Okay, hold on. All right, so I'm bringing out my paint thinner. But yeah, I like to use my paints, I guess. Okay. Very dusty. I haven't painted in a while, but sometimes I will get a bug that dies up my ass and I will paint. Okay, so this is the kind of palette that I like to use. It's definitely less messier, and it's called Palette Paper Pad. All right, not too creative in naming that, but yeah, I like it a lot. I also sometimes use 2 at a time, but today, since I'm making a movie on YouTube, I shall not. All right, so, okay, paint thinner. Get your paint thinner out. Oh, and then also, you grab this, buy this. This is perfect. Some people actually just paint with this, but I don't because it's deadly to my canvas because it scratches and murders. Well, at least when I do it, it does. I also definitely know that I'm definitely going to use white and black. That's for sure. Some people say not to use the actual black. Make your own black, like with blue and brown and all kinds of cool stuff. But I just, oh, and by the way, sorry, I have like really bad ADHD and I'm really nervous, so I'm rambling a little bit. I'm kind of jumping back and forth. But there are black paints that will have a reddish tone to it. And then a black paint that has more of a blue base. I like the reds. I like the warm tone. It just makes it look more vintage, I guess, than the blue. Yeah, definitely, if you're using oils, for sure, bring out that goddamn rag, because that rag is your lifeline. Sometimes I really can't find one. All right, I found a rag that I'm definitely going to use. I have like a favorite rag, right? Okay, so a little story here for you guys. One time I was working at a call center and it was Halloween. Oh no, I think it was like dress up like your hero or some shit. I don't know. It might have been Halloween. And I dressed up as Bob Ross. And I brought my favorite painting rag with me. And it had fell out of my pocket and onto the floor. And somebody picked it up and threw it away. And that was a sad day for me, because I really loved that rag. It was perfect. Oh, hey, I found one. I don't need to use a new one. Yay. Okay. All right. So if you have animals, watch out for them hairs on your canvas. That's a thing. It's an annoying thing. It's a thing. Okay. All right. So I already mixed down white. Here's this is more tinted for blue paint, you know. Actually, it might not be because, oh, there was a painting that I was working on. So that's another thing. You either want to paint something completely new or you want to work on the paint that you know, took a break from. All right, so I figured out what painting I'm going to be working on. And I got makeup on. All right, so this is my painting. And yes, I've tried painting on this canvas once before and I fucked up. So now I'm making a new painting, and here she is. I'm gonna kind of maybe zoom in on this a little bit. Okay, so this is me, and I'm sad and depressed. I've got this picture frame right above my head, and I'm going to finish this masterpiece. Yay. All right, so all I need to use is black and white and maybe a little bit of red, because I like red, if you can't tell. Yeah, I'm gonna paint this. I know you guys probably want to see me paint, because that's probably the reason why I'm making this YouTube movie for you, babes. And I shall get on that. Okay. I'll use my meta glasses for you guys. Don't judge my hands, my fingers. They look old and wrinkly. Okay, I'll see ya on canvas.